Steve, ultimately, what led you guys to take Kevin at that spot over other guys who were available?
We just really, when we went through the process, we're really happy with how he was as a person, how he was as a player. We watched him all year long. But one thing, when he came in and worked out with the six guys, we don't necessarily put too much credence in what happens on the court with workouts, but spending time with him made us feel really good about him. He's athletic, he's young, he's going to become a good defensive player, but he's just a really long, athletic, young player that made us really excited. And the fact that he wanted to come in and compete with five other guys during a workout, that said something about how he felt about himself as a player, where we thought he could grow as a player.
How much did you talk to Cal, and did you speak to him recently?
We spoke to Cal a lot. We probably had, Scott and I probably had 2 or 3 different conversations about all of his players actually, but we obviously spent a lot of time talking about Knox as well. So we talked a lot to him.
Yeah.
From what you found out about him, are there certain things that maybe he'll be able to show in the NBA that he wasn't able to in Kentucky just for whatever reason?
I think his athleticism will really show at our level. His ability to shoot the ball will show, and I think he's the season went on, he started to feel a little bit more comfortable, and I think Cal went a little bit more to him as a scoring option for the team, and as a guy that had to carry them. So I think we'll see that he'll have a willingness to step up and score and be a part of the group. We'll see a lot of that.
Scott was bullish about him getting thrown into the fire in Kentucky, and he thinks he'll be able to adjust really well in the NBA. Do you expect him to play a lot? Certainly he's only 18, but do you expect him to contribute a lot right away?
It's hard to tell what his contribution level will be right away, but I have a lot of respect for many college programs, but I know the guys that go to Kentucky do get thrown into the fire right from the beginning. When you start with the pro day, it's different than a lot of other pro days, and the expectations of the players that go in there are very high. So I think it equips a guy to be ready and gives him the best possible opportunity to participate and play right away.
How much of a factor was position in this draft pick?
It was important. It was important. We realized that we're sort of a developing team, and we need talent and athleticism, but if we can get that at the right position, that's the best of both worlds, and he definitely fit a positional need for us.
I mean, the fans are chanting Porter's name, and I know you've done your medical research. I mean, how much of a factor is medicals with him? I
mean, we did our research on all players, and you weigh medical. There are no perfect players in this league. Even young guys who are 18 or 19 years old all have something going on with them. So we do our due diligence on everyone, and then make a decision as to who we think is the best. And Kevin Knox is the guy for us.
The idea that he could play alongside Porzingis and they could both kind of be offensive threats on that end of the floor. How much did that play a role into this, and how do you envision that developing over the years?
We just think he's a guy that complements Kristaps. He's a guy that is willing and wants to play the way Fizdale wants the team to play. So we think that's really positive. And the size that he has, the athleticism that he has, he's a perfect fit for how we want to play and what's going on in the league today.
You guys were researching this way before Fizdale came here, but how much did you consult him on this pick?
We talked a lot with him. I mean, we actually use our scouts, and we sort of get to a point where we feel comfortable with where we are. But then as the coaches come in, we try to give them access to the guys. Fizz, as part of his process, likes to sit with the guy, watch film. So he gets a feel for how the guy learns, how he reacts to certain situations. So he has input, and we talk about it, and he gets a chance to watch the workout. But we take his input, and he felt really highly about Kevin.
This was your first draft with Scott as GM and you as president. How did that process go in general, and also how much did you guys consider in the weeks and days leading up, moving back, and things that were put on the table?
Well, it felt really good, the process. I mean, we've planned all year. We knew exactly how we wanted this structured in terms of how Gerald Matkins and Scott were going to set up our scouting department, how we were going to look at guys, and what process we were going to go through to be ready for this. So we felt really comfortable. I felt the group was really organized. Everyone had a chance to voice opinions, and we felt very calm going into this draft. And what I was just talking to the guys about, I felt really good that everybody we were thinking about as potential players for us all all went around our range. So we weren't looking at any guys. We didn't miss guys that we thought should go right before or after us that dropped lower. So I felt good about the process and how everyone did things.
When you're looking ahead to free agency in 2019, how much goes into making an attractive team with KP and Kevin and other guys for potential free agents down the road?
Yeah, our goal is to make this an attractive place. This was our first opportunity from the time we started meeting with guys in Chicago. We sit and talk to players, and we want them to sort of get a really good feeling about directionally where we're going, who we are as people, what we see for this organization. And I think we did a good job of that in terms of making the players feel comfortable and understand who we are and what we're doing. And that will carry over into how free agents begin to feel about organizationally and about our team and our coach and the entire group we've put together.
Phil Jackson had mentioned last year when you guys took Frank, there was like a healthy debate leading up to that pick. Was that also the case in the room tonight, or were you guys like pretty set on Kevin if he was there?
Oh, we were set tonight. I mean, we had a lot of healthy debates going into the last couple of days, but by last night we had figured out exactly what we wanted to do.